Hi everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. I took a little break from YouTube for the past 2 or 3 weeks. We were celebrating a family milestone, and my daughter Jessica graduated from college with her Bachelor of Science in Social Welfare. So we're very, very proud of her, and this was a joyful moment for everybody. She pursued her degree also in memory of Eliana, which was an extremely part of her journey. Grief makes us stronger, and it certainly gave Jessica a push. And Jessica received many signs from Eliana during the past 4 years. She went through a lot of emotions, but she could feel Eliana with her saying, "You can do it, sis, you can do it." I do believe as the years went by that she turned the grief into strength, which is a very powerful accomplishment. Grief motivates us and it keeps us going for those we love. I do understand that grief changes us, but as the years roll on, we begin to see aspects of ourselves that we didn't know we had. And I think Jessica, through the 4 years of school, she began to see aspects of herself that she didn't know she had. So this was a wonderful milestone. As I mentioned before, Jessica was 7 when Eliana passed and Daniel was 10. Back in the day, I truly wish that they didn't have to grieve and that I could wave a magic wand for it all to go away. But from my own experience, I realize that to get through the valley of tears, they're going to have to walk down this road of grief. I remember constantly talking of Eliana to Daniel and Jessica, reminding them both that their sister is still around them in spirit and always will be. It did not happen at first, but eventually they were able to find the strength to also talk of her in a loving and funny way, which showed me how far they have come with their grief. Children have a different way of internalizing their grief, I think. But I've always talked about Eliana to them, and I've always been very open and honest since gaining this strength myself, this strength and wisdom myself. And I've been able to build their strength also to comfort and guide them. And on many occasions I've spoken to Daniel about Eliana and about the afterlife and what a true blessing it is to witness her in so many ways, because the kids experienced Eliana. Eliana came to them in so many different ways, which was unbelievable, unbelievable experiences. I remember thinking back then that as the years roll on, when they get older, they will be open to more life experiences to fall back on, which will help them understand better what happened on a deeper level. And they will in turn be able to see the bigger picture, because most parts of the grief will become visible to their maturing minds. And at the moment, being so young, they could only deal with certain aspects of their grief according to their mental development. And they could only deal with a small window of grief. And especially Jessica, because she lost her big sister, who she seemed to idolize. Grief does motivate us, and it keeps us going for those we love. And Jessica wasn't going to give up. She was going to keep going because she was doing it for her sister, because she loves her sister. I believe that Jessica and Daniel carry the loss still, but it's accompanied with strength and motivation. I understand that grief changes us, but as the years roll on, we begin to see aspects of ourselves that we didn't know we had. My daughter Jessica knew that Eliana loved school when she was a little girl. and she wanted to do this for her too, like I said. So it was more of a motivator than anything. Grief can push us to do great things. And life does go on. And we do find joy again. We can still exist and find joy as well as loss. Thank you for listening, and God bless.